I'm going to have you stand up and I'm going to make an announcement. And after the announcement, I'm going to ask that you leave church quietly and don't talk about the announcement here in the building, please, if you can. So y'all can stand to your feet. I got a call late last night. My wife has passed away.
You said, I'm going to tell you this news. I want you to leave. I don't want you to stand up and talk about it. Why?
That's a great question. And that was actually intentional.
That was intentional. By saying this, JP may have let it slip that silencing the congregation and suppressing scrutiny was the true reason he preached the day after Mica's death, rather than an assistant pastor.
I got a text that said, well, he's going to go ahead and preach in the morning, but I should go ahead and have a message ready.
That was actually intentional, because the last thing I wanted to hear was people talking about my wife. I wanted them to go home and take it to Jesus before they start, doing what some Christians like to do and just chatter. And I didn't want to be mad at somebody in my church because I heard them say, well, I'm not even going to guess at what somebody could have said, but I didn't want anybody to say anything negative about my wife.
If he truly wanted to protect her memory, why bring up negativity? His words achieved the opposite of protecting her memory. By suggesting people might speak negatively about Mica, JP planted the idea she deserved criticism. Even his supposed defense of Mica serves his own agenda. When he implies there are bad things people might say, he sows doubt about her character without making explicit accusations. The congregation is left to wonder, what bad things could people say about Mica? Here's the irony. No one has said more negative, damaging things and done more to tarnish Mica's reputation than JP himself. JP persistently claims Mica had schizophrenia without any evidence of diagnosis.
Schizophrenic.
He dismissed real events as delusions.
She went really deep into the schizophrenia and was delusional and accusing me of certain things, slashing tires or sending a naked picture or stalking her, things like that.
Disturbing details came out about John Paul's documented abuse of her, including putting GPS trackers on her car, slashing her tires, and posting an explicit photo of her online.
And humiliated her in sermons.
One day I'm going to preach about getting rich, strong, healthy, and finding a hot wife that loves Jesus. That's what I'm going to do.
Using her phone and emails, he spread lies smearing her name.
When my wife went in the hospital, I looked at her phone and I counted over the past 2 years, 18 people who would text her and said, if you ever want to talk about your husband, you can talk to me and say anything and I'll keep it confidential.
He even warned other churches not to let her attend.
I think one of the big things is she was looking for a church that she felt like she could attend. He was doing what he could to stop her from finding a church. And I kind of knew that because he did that to us. When we left the church, he called the church that we started attending and kind of tried to sabotage us there.
By silencing the congregation, JP prevented questions, suppressed rumors, and made himself the sole authority on the situation. His focus was on controlling the narrative, not protecting her memory. So is he really protecting her memory or destroying it? Ask yourself, does this sound like a pastor honoring his wife or silencing the truth?